Next at 5, celebrity chef Justin Sutherland speaks out after being sentenced for threatening his girlfriend with a gun. Then, Vikings legend Randy Moss shares an update on his health. Big banks push back on a proposed federal rule blocking overdraft fees that make those banks billions every year. And pay a visit to the Notre Dame Cathedral without ever leaving your couch. Right now, potentially dangerous weather moving in for the weekend.
We are warming up, but that's bringing us a risk of freezing rain and snow for your Saturday. I'll be tracking those showers and when it will impact you.
Then celebrity chef Justin Sutherland speaks out after he's sentenced for threatening his girlfriend.
I'm extremely remorseful for some of my actions, but at this point, this has been a long 6 months.
And pushback on a proposed federal rule blocking overdraft fees that make banks billions every year. Plus, they are being spotted around the world.
Our state police helicopter has gotten close, lights go off, and they go away.
But even federal security agencies don't know what is hovering above communities, and that has lawmakers demanding answers. The news starts now. Thanks for joining us here tonight at 5. Take a look at this. That's a pretty awesome sight to see there. It is a sea of lights outside KARE 11 for our law enforcement night for our Toys for Tots drive. Agencies from all over the metro have taken over our little corner of Golden Valley to show up for the kiddos. That is really pretty to look at. We're going to talk to some of those first responders later in the show, so stick around for that. Meanwhile, we do have some potentially dangerous weather moving in this weekend. Jamie's in the backyard with a look at that. Tomorrow morning going to be maybe a little icy.
There is the potential for there to be some icy spots out there. We're going to be talking about the roads, the sidewalks, parking lots, because we have the threat of there being some sleet, freezing rain, and then mixing with some snow. And that's why much of the day tomorrow will be a weather impact alert day. Starting at midnight, it's going to go through 6 p.m. And again, we're concerned about the icing and the sleet and just that combination causing for us to have some slick roads and slick sidewalks for the much of the region. You can see there is a winter weather advisory. Those areas highlighted do run the risk of there being at least some glaze or a little bit of icing on the roads and most surfaces out there, especially southeast Minnesota. We're going to be timing that out and taking a look at how it plays out for your day. You can see right now there is some moisture coming in just south of Omaha. This system's going to really pick up the moisture as we go through the overnight hours, so it's going to start to build. 15, but feeling like one with an east wind at 14 miles an hour. You can see that the temperatures will be slow and gradual to warm over the next day or two. Eventually, we will get above freezing. We're going to time out everything for the weekend coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Jamie. And right now, Minnesota is dealing with some of the coldest air in the country, even though a massive cold front and lake effect snow is still hitting the northeast. Some parts of the country have seen a 30-degree drop in temperature since Wednesday. And in western New York, some communities still under a state of emergency after getting buried in 30 inches of snow. Make sure you download the KARE 11 app to get the latest news and weather updates sent right to your phone. You can download it in your favorite app store or scan the QR code that you see there on your screen right now. Also, make sure to tune into our streaming app for your TV, KARE 11 Plus.
Rena, we got breaking news tonight. We've just learned that Vikings legendary wide receiver Randy Moss has undergone surgery for cancer.
It is the giving and receiving time of year, but even after a record-breaking Give to the Max Day here in Minnesota, nonprofits in our state are still struggling. And December is the month they bring in the most donations. Coming up at 6, Sammy Salina spoke with charities about their push to get help to people who need it. Well, Nightly News with Lester Holt is just a few minutes away. Among the top stories you will see why millions of children have lost their health insurance and are struggling for families to get it back. Thanks for joining us here at 5. Until we see you again at 6, have an excellent evening, friends.
Continue with us and watch free now on the KARE 11 Plus app everywhere you stream.